Hey everybody, welcome back to the Highland Fox. Start this podcast off by congratulating Red Bull.
They won the Constructor Cup. I think we all knew it was kind of coming.
Pause for shocked faces.
Oh, we didn't even plan that. Look at you go. I think kudos to Max Verstappen for basically single-handedly getting Red Bull that title.
It sounds like a joke, but Max Verstappen has 400 points, and Mercedes is second with 305. So Max alone has won them the Constructors title, which is insane. So
he's in his own category of like amazing. So good job, Red Bull, and then Max, you deserve like all the credit because you are killing it.
Yeah, this is a season to remember for him. Mm-hmm. His partner in crime, though, Sergio Perez, not so much. How did he do today?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what he did was legal. I mean, the FIA said it was, but like, whatever. Tomorrow, they're going to put in a rule that they can't do it. So Perez
hit everyone on track.
Just immediately, red light goes off. We start, and then Perez just starts taking out people left and right. He has damage, he pits, he comes back out, hits someone else, gets damage again. So they finally decide to retire the car. They retired the car, but on one of the laps that he hit Lawson, he got a 5-second penalty. So later on in the race, Red Bull had him go back out, do a lap, pit for the 5-second penalty, go back out for one more lap, and then come back in to re-retire the car. I didn't know you could do that. I've
never seen that. I think it was Mags, though, wasn't it? Because wasn't Lawson having his own problems hitting people?
Yeah.
Everybody was hitting everybody in the back.
It wasn't Lawson.
Yeah, but Lawson got his own penalties, and he retired as well. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Perez was just bumper carring, went through a bunch of wings, and then, retired 30 laps later, came in, served his penalty, and retired again. I've never seen that. Yeah.
And I definitely want to do some research on that because I don't know.
Whereas Max won by 20 seconds, 19 seconds, something like that.
It wasn't as much as I thought it was going to be.
No.
But, I mean, it was I think like 19 or something.
Which then, I guess, begs the question. So Red Bull's dominating. Mm-hmm. Max is dominating. If you put anybody else in that car, right? Is it the car or is it Max?
Honestly, I feel like they have like this car that's designed for Max. So I think he is one with the machine. It's like, I don't know.
Like the Matrix, they just plugs it into him and he just like...
It's perfection for him.
Right.
Because Perez is good, and he started off the season quite strong, I thought.
He said he was going to challenge Max for the title.
And then slowly he's just had really bad quals and really bad races. So it's really weird because I'm like, Red Bull has a good car. We know they have a good car.
We've seen it all season.
I don't know. I don't know. It's very weird for Red Bull's other driver right now to watch.
Yeah. We were so excited to talk about Red Bull. Yeah. This is the Japanese Grand Prix. Is what we're reviewing. I know. Because ever since summer break, the races have just been like way better. Like even though Max was off in the distance, it was still a really good race. The race was at 1 a.m. American time, so we did not watch it live.
Nope.
But I know it's like at least for the Asian and Aussie fans, they finally got a normal race. Mm-hmm. But
we got up at a crisp 6 a.m. to watch it.
6 a.m. Just stayed off our phones.
Respectable.
Right. So Red Bull's biggest challenger all season has been Aston Martin, surprisingly. How did they do today?
Where were they?
How have they done since summer break?
Oh my gosh.
No, I didn't mean that. Like how they've been struggling for a while.
Yeah, they've been struggling for a while. Like they started the season out so strong, and I really felt I was like, Aston's nothing. And then they came out like throwing elbows.
Podium.
And I was like, oh snap. And then the last not even a few races, I feel like they've just really gone off the rails. And part of that is I think one of the team members is
Stroll.
Is not as competitive, driven
Stroll
as the other racer on the team,
Alonso.
And I really feel like Alonso's carrying the team, and like today you could hear in his voice how mad he was at their strategy at when they pit stopped.
Yeah, it was just weird.
They pit Alonso really early on. I thought even earlier than like the pit stop window. And a lot of people did have tire degradation pretty bad on this track, but Aston seemed to be doing fine.
It was just weird.
Aston started out this year so strong, and then they just...
Yeah. I mean, ever since Alonso said there's not going to be another race that I'm not on the podium, I think he's been on the podium once since then.
It's like a curse.
Yeah. But Baby Stroll is ruining Daddy Stroll's team because that guy has just been nowhere to be found. We talked about it last week in Singapore.
DNF.
Yeah, it's just he DNF today, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just costing them a whole bunch of points. They were in second, then Mercedes passed them, Ferrari's passed them now, and McLaren is hot on their heels.
They're 20 points behind?
Ferrari's 20 points behind Mercedes. I think McLaren's like 50.
Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, and McLaren started off like a hot mess express.
Mess. They had less points than AlphaTauri.
Oh my. And like,
who now has more points than drivers. So that's a fun little fact.
Yay! Go you! But yeah, McLaren's coming in hot, and then Aston Martin is just, I don't know, they're just drifting away.
They almost pulled a Haas, where they started really fast and then just didn't develop. That's almost what it feels like.
I don't really know. Yeah. I haven't really paid much attention to them because they kind of like fell out of the limelight, and I'm like, oh, whatever.
Because now McLaren's been uprising, which, speaking of McLaren, how'd they do today?
Oh my gosh, a 2-3, Piastri's first podium. So Norris came in second, Piastri got third. Piastri did start. Exciting. He did start the race second, so they did do a little switch there. But I thought McLaren had such a good race.
They really did.
Yeah. At one point, I did have like a, are they going to pass Max? That was so dumb. I don't know why I thought that. But
it was turn one at this red lights. Max was gone the rest of the race.
Okay, yeah. It was like that very first 2 seconds. But I thought it was exciting. But yeah, McLaren, I just thought did really good. They had good strategy, good undercuts. They passed really well. Great race for them.
Yeah. And they're looking a lot better.
Yeah. Of course, like his radio though, they're like, yay, you got third. He was like, yay.
Yeah, he was just so monotone about it.
Yeah.
Piastri is the first rookie to get a podium in his first season since
Stroll.
Weird.
Let's hope he doesn't follow in the footsteps. That's rude. No. I'm sorry.
It's not. You said Stroll should retire at the end of the season.
I did. Oh, I don't know.
Do you change your mind?
No, I don't.
I don't either. He does not seem like he enjoys racing.
I think he enjoys it, but I think it's like a hobby for him, where it's like, I don't know,
passion for everyone else.
Yeah. And I hate doing the, it's daddy's money, because like I think there are drivers out there that, do go with the money but are good drivers. Right. And I don't know, I don't see the drive in him anymore. I used to, and I used to like him, and like I don't dislike him. I just don't see that oomph in him anymore. And I think Stroll maybe needs to do some self-reflection. Maybe both of them need to do some self-reflection.
But yeah, so I mean, because of that, with McLaren at 2-3, they're closing the gap, and there's still quite a few races left. Aston could fall all the way to 5.
Yeah,
because I think McLaren takes 4 by the end of the season.
The way that they've been racing and how they've come back from how they started, I think Norris is getting that drive. Yeah, and then Piastri. I'm impressed by him. So I think so. I think they're gonna come back and jump Aston.
So the last battle we'll talk about on the constructors' side is, we'll go over it pretty quickly, is Mercedes versus Ferrari. Ferrari was also a crap show at the beginning of the season. Mm-hmm. They've closed the gap. They're only 20 points behind Mercedes. Mercedes had some weird strategies today with a one stop with Russell that didn't work out. Hamilton and Russell had some, old school 2016 Nico situation where Russell had some choice words over the radio. Leclerc passed him pretty easily. Sainz was closing in fast. Yeah. My favorite part of the race was when Russell wanted to use Sainz' DRS technique, like he used in Singapore, and just drag Hamilton along, and Mercedes was like, don't do that, and Sainz literally called him out on the radio.
Hey, that's my trick.
Right, which was awesome that he's like that with it, that he can make that happen. But what's going on there? Like, Mercedes is great some tracks, Ferrari's great some tracks, but Ferrari's closed the gap.
Yeah, I think it really just depends on the tracks, because each car has their high points and which one works better at certain tracks. I thought Ferrari had I don't know. I thought they had a little bit better of a strategy today than Mercedes.
I think so.
I thought it was super ballsy to only do a one stop for Russell, especially with how like dirty the air was and how the tire degradation was.
Very high tire degradation at this track.
So I was like, let's see how this goes. And it went better than I thought. I was he's definitely getting a puncture on like lap 40.
Right.
But Russell did a lot better than I thought he would for how their plans for him.
Right.
But I honestly don't know. It's a really big toss up who's gonna Mercedes or Ferrari, which one will be on top.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
I'm kind of the same. It'll be really exciting to see. I mean, obviously the champion's over. Max and Red Bull got that, so it's really the fight for second now.
Yeah,
that's millions of dollars too.
I think the question is if Ferrari's strategy team is going to get in the way, because if they stay on it,
it's bound to happen.
It's bound to happen. if Ferrari doesn't screw themselves over, I think there's a chance. But it's really Ferrari versus Ferrari.
Right. So Mercedes is second, is what you're saying.
Probably.
Okay.
But I think Ferrari has the ability and the talent to do it.
Yeah. I kind of agree as well. So I think that's a good place to end.
Yeah. Only 15 finishers in today's race. Don't know
if
I mentioned
forgot about that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And I think this was they've had a safety car here. Remember how we said like all year long we haven't really had safety cars? I think it's been like 9 years in a row or 9 races in a row that they've had a safety car.
Yeah.
So
something like that.
I feel like it's what it's known for now. So 15 finishers.
Yeah, which is crazy.
But it was an interesting race. It was fun.
It was fun. It was a good race.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I think that's all we got to say.
Yeah. And then it's off week next week, so we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.